Oh, hey man, haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, hey man. What's up? What are you doing? I'm brainstorming. Brainstorming? Yeah, well, I'm watching this TED Talk. A TED Talk? Yeah, actually this guy has some really thoughtful advice. Okay, so you're brainstorming to make a video then? I'm making a video, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you were still making videos. Good for you. What do you mean? Of course I'm still making videos. Well, you haven't posted in 4 months, right? I'm not gonna post just to post. I don't wanna make shit content. Wait, didn't you quit school to make videos? Maybe. And how many have you made? Does this one count? You know what your problem is? You keep adding all these layers of complexity and thought, and you keep changing your mind about every single video. Just make something. Just create one video. Just go up right now and make just a cliche, you know, sorry I haven't posted in a while type video. Just let people know you're not dead at least. Can I finish the TED Talk first? Just do it. Fine, Jesus. It might not seem like it now, but I used to be the most shy person on earth. In fact, it was so bad that at one time I couldn't even talk to the cashier at the store or hairdresser, family members at birthday parties, family members that I barely knew. And it got so bad that I decided I wanted to do something about it. So my plan was to just go up to random strangers and strike up a conversation. And maybe not the best plan in the world, but it ended up working. And you know, after a while, I didn't feel that same disabling rush of adrenaline when I talked to strangers. I got over that fear slowly, but now I'm finding myself in a position where I'm feeling a similar kind of fear. It's not something that I anticipated necessarily, but maybe I should have. And it's this: talking to a camera. It's really fucking weird. And if you think I'm bullshitting you because you think, oh, well, that whole uncut thing seemed at least somewhat natural, that was all scripted. Hell, even this part is scripted. And even still, this took me 9 attempts. I mean, sure, English is my second language. I'm a Dane, I speak Danish. But I don't think I'm the only one struggling with this. We'll get to that part. Let me get something to drink first. Okay. I started my YouTube channel a little over a year ago. This is my channel as of right now. It has 11 videos. This is a sheet of ideas. It's a spreadsheet with every idea I had since I started. I'm gonna scroll to the newest one. 247. Now before I made this, I had an idea to make a travel channel where I would give tips on how to travel cheaply, better. That spreadsheet had over 100 ideas. 247 plus 100 and something, that's about 400 video ideas. So for the past 400 days, I've had 400 ideas, which is on average 1 video idea per day. 400 potential videos. I have made 11. This will be my 12th public video on YouTube. That's pathetic. There's a gap there. So on my journey last year, I've tried making a mix of different types of videos. I've done videos in my bedroom. I just want to say thanks to all my 14 subscribers. I've done an apartment tour. Hey, come on in. I've done street interviews.
Definitely. Oh, to Europe for 70 bucks, yeah, I'll take it.
Vacation type vlog things. I've done explainer videos.
But even though the price is no longer a concern, security and privacy could be.
Some of the videos were extremely scripted,
Spotify gave me access to a huge variety of songs.
and some of the videos were completely unplanned. Trying to do as little work as possible. So a vacation you might not... I remember one of my math teachers once told me about a student she had, Martin, I think. Martin would always use these filler words when he got asked directly a math question. So she'd be like, what's 20 times 9? And he would say, well, let's see, if you multiply 20 times 9, the result is going to be something like 180. The point is that the words he would fit into his sentences were just fluff, basically, just to gain time. But people use them a lot. Let's look it up to make sure I'm not bullshitting you. Yeah, filler words. In linguistics, a filler is a sound or word that is spoken in conversation by one participant to signal to others a pause to think without giving the impression of having finished speaking. See if you can recognize any of these. I probably use them so much. I'm very sorry to do this, because once you notice it, you will not be able to not hear it.
Today's guest? Oh, I forgot to open the thing. Today's guest is the Lord of Spice. The greatest interviewer of our generation.
The greatest interviewer of all time. Which is true. He is very good. Sean Evans is the host of Hot Ones. He normally hosts interviews with famous people while eating spicy wings, and he's considered one of the best. Okay, so I'm gonna play a few seconds here. See if you can catch any of the filler words he's using.
No, I mean, it took a while. I think, here's what it was. So it would go out and maybe we'd get like 8,000 views or like 25,000 views or whatever. Like when I'd wake up the next day, like that's what it would say. And I was always like, I feel like this should gain more traction.
And that guy that's his job. He's an interviewer. He's supposed to talk on camera. And I'm not saying he's bad at talking or bad at telling stories. He's actually really funny. You should go listen to that interview. But even he has to rely on fillers to carry his conversations when he can't edit. That's why, purely in the interest of saving time, a lot of YouTubers will use a script. If you want to improvise, you either have to have the ability to construct natural sounding, concise sentences, meaning you have to be really good at explaining what you mean. And you're not. Sorry, I have to cut myself off there because I can't. He's too low energy. I'm gonna explain later why that's a whole thing and why that's important. But what I'm trying to get at here is, if you don't have a script, you have two options. You either have to be really good at formulating natural sounding sentences and basically doing one takes all the time, or you have to rely heavily on jump cuts. Jump cuts are a staple of YouTube now. We all know that. And the reason for that is it is really hard to make natural sounding sentences that are also concise, that don't contain mistakes. That's basically why those are in there. We don't have a great attention span on YouTube. So that's why, of course, it become a common tool amongst YouTubers to use. Back to the video. Talking to a camera can be really, really awkward, especially in public. But you know what? I actually think my favorite YouTuber already solved this problem for me. Let's get some sunglasses. Okay, my audio fucked up for this part, so I'm just gonna try and overdub it real quick. Hey guys, I'm here in Tokyo. You probably know about Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat is the famous YouTuber for holding a camera and wearing sunglasses. Oh boy. So he says that the reason he wears sunglasses is he can look off to the side onto the flip screen without seemingly breaking eye contact with the viewer. I don't think that's the case. He also says he likes the way he looks. That might be true. I think the real reason is
He likes to stay anonymous. I totally get that. Just, why not just say so, man? So I picked up some sunglasses to try it out. And, yeah, it totally works. 9 out of 10 would recommend. Makes you fly under the radar. This is my vlogging outfit.
okay, let me just try to explain exactly what I mean with the sunglasses thing. So imagine I'm out in public right now and I'm filming myself. Let's say I'm doing a vlog, just like Casey Neistat, right? He has the Joby thing and everything. What will inevitably happen is, because this is kind of odd behavior, people on the street will be looking at me. Right, you see Sophie has volunteered to play the stranger in this scenario. This might sound like I'm over exaggerating, and of course I am, but it's just weird, because if I look back at her, we will make eye contact. She's making it seem not so bad. We will make eye contact, and making eye contact with a stranger while you're doing something weird is just like when your dog is taking a shit and he's trying to not look anyone in the eyes, but he also wants to kind of see if anyone's looking in the. Does that make sense? So what the sunglasses do is basically it gives you kind of like a barrier. It acts as the interrogation room mirror, right? You can look into the interrogation room, but you can't look out. The reason why that's so welcome when you're vlogging is when strangers are now looking at me, they can't possibly know if I'm looking back. If the stranger is looking, yeah. If the stranger, if anyone is looking at me, they'll have to kind of guess if I'm looking back. They won't feel good looking too long because they'll speculate if I'm looking back, and they don't want to make eye contact, obviously, as I talked about before. But even still, when I'm wearing sunglasses, I can still look out, so I can see if people. I can be aware if people are looking. If I'm disturbing anyone, or if I'm just weirding people out. It's just nice to know. But it's also kind of nice that they can't know if I'm looking back. Phew, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, sunglasses do recommend. I think that's why Casey Neistat wears them, or at least in the beginning that's why he wore them, so he could be a weirdo in New York without getting... There's one thing I want to talk about. First up, that was totally set up. Look at this. Right, the sun's about to set, so here's my plan. I'm gonna go down there, put down the camera, go back up, and then I'm gonna walk down the stairs as if I was doing it for the first time. So I'm gonna set up this whole thing, because it seems like that's what YouTubers do now. So here we go. Yeah, oh yeah, this is good. Get some lines going. Yeah, perfect. Now let's back up. What's up, everybody? What's up? That's so funny. First, look at the sunset. How amazing is that? No, what I want to talk about is fake enthusiasm. It seems like on YouTube there's this expectation that people who thrive the best have to be enthusiastically present. You have to show 50% more emotion and excitement about things than what you're actually feeling. Part of that is just because a person talking at a normal level is just not really exciting to watch. It gets boring. As a side effect, it gives people this expectation that you have to be happy all the time and excited. And that created this whole PewDiePie and Casey Neistat and all these video makers to speak up about the fact that they're not happy all the time, despite being rich and famous maybe.
I don't think being happy all the time is something desirable at all. Now, if you watch my older videos, I might seem a lot happier. I might seem a lot chipper, a lot more positive. And that's because I faked it.
The difference that vloggers, me included, have is that we have the opportunity to edit our lives and edit out the shit parts and leave in the really happy parts, but know that they exist.
Everybody has ups and downs, so what's my point? So while I would love to just what's up everybody for every scene and give it 120% energy, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. And I'm trying my hardest to be genuine and authentic. Like those words even have a meaning anymore. Everything online is obviously staged, just like when I just came down those steps. But I hope I can give just a little glimpse of realness and my actual thoughts into these videos. I should cut that mistake out, but I'm not going to. There, authenticity. Okay, I'm gonna have to end this video soon. Is it too late to do the Peter McKinnon intro again? And seriously, this sunset is... it is pretty cool. Japan is like a video game. Let's just face it, talking to a camera is gonna be weird most of the time. But there are so many people who do it, despite all the downsides. And I have a newfound respect for those people. I have a newfound respect for people who choose to share part of their life like this, in this format. And I choose to be one of those people. And I choose to be one of those people. Okay, how's that? How was that? NSYNC,